Hello everyone, this is Orlando from A Collector's Dream. And today we're going to go ahead and talk about some basketball cards. And we're going to talk about my favorite basketball set, which is the 70-71 Topps basketball set, the Tall Boys. And to me, these cards are really one of the nicest sets out there as far as basketball. First of all, because I just like the background of these. They have the bright colors, and I really like that. This set is it's 175 cards total in this set, and you know they're tall boys as you can see. So you know they're a lot taller. I don't know the exact size of these, but anyway, they're the tall boy cards. That's what they're always called. But this set, the good thing about this set, what I like about it was the first set that had leader cards, that had all-star type, you know, an all-star set, and also had the championship games in there, you know, similar to what they do with the baseball World Series and playoff games. So this was the first set that did that for basketball. And, you know, it was just one of those sets that came out after the 69-70, which had a lot of the rookies. So this does have rookies, like this Pat Riley card, but it also has, you know, all the stars from the other previous year. So I'm going to go ahead and go through this entire set. Now, one of the interesting things about this particular set is that there are 22 short print cards here. And the short prints are really tough to get, tough to find, especially centered, because many of these cards really are way off-centered and really difficult to find, and you know, in great condition because of all of the you know, because it's just vintage. So this is the first page here, and like I said before, this has the leader cards, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just set the binder on there, share the whole binder. This is the number one card in the set, the Lou Alcindor, Jerry West. But the rarest card in this page is the number 4 card, the Flynn Robertson, Chet Walker, and Jerry Mullen. That card is extremely tough to find, well centered, and really it's one of those short print cards. So it's kind of funny that, you know, card number 4 is a short print. You know, but you know, that's the way it turns out to be. Like I said, there's 22 short prints, and most of the short prints are no-name guys, you know, but there are a few. The Havlicek is a short print also in this set, and one of the things with this set is there's going to be a lot of off-centering and a lot of miscuts, and that's something that's just you know, for this set. It's tough. There's also some other short print rookies. Jerry Chambers, Bingo Smith, and Norm Van Leer are short print rookies. And the set, let's see here, I got some reference. Oh, okay, measures 2.5 by 4 and 11/16. And they were released in 2 different series, 1 through 110, and then 111 through 175. And these were distributed in 10 card packs that had a gum and a poster. And the poster was like an 8x10 poster of the player. So, you know, I just, one of my favorite sets, I'm going to go ahead and show you the entire set. But the scoring leaders, number 1 card, you know, full of Hall of Famers here. You got Jerry West, you got Lou Alcindor also there. I mean, you know, that's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, so if you want to know there. But anyway, you've got all these guys in here, you know, all Hall of Famers. All Hall of Famers. Walt Frazier, Lenny Wilkins, you got Lou Alcindor here again. So really shock load of Hall of Famers. In the back of these cards, you could see that it has, I was just kind of scan down on this. It tells you the leaders, all the leaders here, the rebound leaders and the free throw percentage leaders and stuff like that. So the short print card in this is number 4. The short print card in the first actual players is this Havlicek. And they're just tough to find. tough to find and centered. So mine is not too bad, actually. Just a little off-center, but they're all off-center. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of the guys in this set and just go through it. You got Bill Bradley here. You got the Havlicek. And you see the different color in the backgrounds. I really, really love this. That's one of my favorite things about this set. It's just so colorful. And if you look at the back of the cards, I'll give you a better look at some of the cards that I graded, and you can see those. But when we get to that, well, here's the first one we're going to get to right now, and that's the Pat Riley. So if you look at the cards here, just beautiful backgrounds, nice picture there, and they've got the basketball, you know, with the team they pay for, the name and the team and the player's position on there, and then the backs have a little, you know, cartoon like Topps always did there. You know, Pat was an All-American quarterback in high school. And then it tells you a little bit about Pat Riley and his stats. So, you know, it's a good, great back, great description. So it really covers a lot there. So that would be the Pat Riley, and that one goes on that section right over there. So let's take a look at it. You can see they all have, there's very few. There's actually one card that doesn't have, well, actually there's a couple of cards that don't have the colored background. The Bob Rule is one of them. You can see it's got some lights back there. So that was taken at some kind of stadium, and it's got like a person in there. For most of the other cards, and there is one more similar to that, most of the other cards in the set, they just put entire color all the way around. And you can see there the Earl of Pearl Monroe. Take a good look at these here real quick. I'll just pull one out to show you. They're the standard cardboard, but they're tough to find because of the size. They're really difficult to maintain in good condition. Remember, back in those days, they just didn't have the binders or these kind of pages back in those days. So you see what they look like, and you know, it just got a little ding on that, but you know, hey, it is what it is. These are tough to find, tough in any condition whatsoever. So we'll put we'll put Earl of Pearl back in there, and some of the other cards that are tough to find are the checklist cards, and you know, I think the number 110 is the toughest one to find, but this, you know, checklists are pretty tough. This is checklist number 1. And again, they're real, almost impossible to get them centered and unchecked, like always. In the back, you see it says All Stars on there. Next page here, we've got, you know, Jim Walker. You've got Lou Hudson, one of the great players of the day right here. Got Lou Hudson. And just a nice, colorful set. Take a look at some of the other guys on here. Just having my coffee as I do this. So we got here Lucius Allen. Got him dressed up with his jacket, warm-up jacket. Bob Boozer. Just see some of them are just portraits, and some guys are kind of with the ball. Here we got Jerry Lucas. So we'll share Jerry Lucas here, and that's Jerry Lucas. That's card number 46. Give you a good look at Jerry there. Holding that ball there. Get another nice, I had a few graded that I thought would grade well, and this is one of them, the Lucas. Put that over there with the Riley. So let's take a look at some of the other pages on here. You got Dick Cunningham. You got Kevin Lowry, and what do we got here? We're missing, this is number 50. Oh, that's a big boy. That's Wilt Distilled. And that's the Wilt, graded a 6. Off-centered, but pretty sharp card. And there he is. Really one of his later year cards. But man, look at that. Puts fear, that look. I mean, he was big. He didn't even, face didn't even fit in that card. The whole card is his face. So cool shot of Wilt there. Let's see here. So let's go on and take a look at some of the other guys on here. What do we got? So just got a few guys. That's got a weird pose over here. You got Chet Walker and Al Attles. Al Attles was a great guard back in the day. James, you got Bob Dandridge, another great player, the great Hall of Famer. And right here is the great Elgin Baylor. Card number, what is it, card number 68. The great Elgin Baylor. Beautiful blue background there. Just, you know, it just makes the player stand out. Those backgrounds that they did on there. I don't know why that graded a 4. I thought it would grade better, but hey, it is what it is. Sometimes they find something in the card there, and sometimes they just blow it. Because I just couldn't find anything wrong with that card. Just take a good look at that. That's the kind of 4s I'll buy. Maybe the little, you know, the corners are pretty decent. Anyway, there it is. So moving on to the next page, we've got Paul Silas over here. A few great players here. You got Elvin Hayes. Let's take a good look at Elvin Hayes here. Getting some shadowing on Elvin. There's Elvin Hayes. You got Wes Unseld. Great players here. Expand it out a little bit here so we can get a better look. And you got Jeff Mullen. And we're missing here one here. Here's one of the big guys here, and that is Lou Alcindor. Let's take a close-up look at him. Yeah, he graded a 4 because he's just way off-centered. So that is card number 75. Lou Alcindor, one of the best cards in the set. And, you know, just another great shot of him. You know, the only problem with this set is, you know, back in the days, they didn't have very good cropping. So when they put the color in, I mean, you can see how bad they cropped his hair. You know, they just kind of, looks like they cut it with a little, what they used to use, X-Acto knives to cut around so they could put the color in the background, because none of this was done with computers. So some of the cropping isn't the best. But, you know, overall, the cards are nice cards. So let's move on to the next page here. And we've got Lenny Wilkens. Again, another Hall of Famer here. Lenny Wilkens. And these cards, guys, are pretty affordable. For being vintage, you know, vintage basketball, vintage football, you know, you can get them at pretty good prices. I mean, some of the main guys maybe, but, you know, people like Don Nelson's worth a couple bucks, you know. Great players like that. Nate Thurman. You know, Nate Thurman is like coming right out of the card almost. You know, there's his head coming out of the card. A little bit, not the best cropping they did there. And you got Gail Goodrich, another awesome player. The Lakers there. So, you know, good stuff there. Give you a good look at some of these. Cassie Russell, another one of the great players. You know, but, you know, the thing with this set is it's not too difficult to complete, except you do have the 22 short prints. And those short prints are a little bit tougher to find than usual. You know, and one of the most difficult ones is actually Lucius Allen, number 31. Let me go back here. I forgot to remind you of that one here. But number 31, Lucius Allen, this is one of the toughest short prints out there. And because you see how bad miscut is, I mean, it almost has like the other player in there almost. If you take a look at that. So that was one of the toughest of the whole book. I mean, of the whole set, is one of the toughest ones to find. And moving on to some of these, this is where they start the All-Stars. Well, in the next page. But you got Norm Van Lier here. And this is the second checklist, checklist for the second series. And the second series checklist does have 2 variations. So I don't remember, I've got like an article here I'm looking through a little bit. I may be able to find it here a little bit. But yeah, 2 variations exist of the second checklist. One has 70-71 printed in black in the NBA All-Stars banner on the front. So that's the one that I have here. It says the other has it in white. Oh, wait a second. It has printed in black, the NBA All-Star banner on the front. So maybe I do have it. It says the other has it in white. So far, just 10 examples of the white version have been graded. So, but it says there is no premium for it. So I'm not sure if it's all in white or, you know, all in black. I'd have to do some more research on that. But there are 2 variations, and there really is no premium for it, even though one is a lot rarer than the other, you know, because most people probably don't even know about that. So moving on to the next page, we're missing one here, and that is card number 100, which is the last card in the first series, and that is the Oscar Robertson, the Big O. And, you know, there he is with his armpit hairs. Oscar Robertson, let's take a good look at Oscar Robertson there, because that's a nice looking card. This one came out at a 5, in their opinion. But nice card of him kind of, you know, posed shots like always, but taking a shot there. And a great player for Milwaukee Bucks, Hall of Famer. So the next page is where we get to now the second series, and the second series is where you have all the All-Stars. So, you know, in this set, you can pick up 2, 3, or even 4 cards of some of the All-Star players, because they could come out in the leader cards, they could come out in the All-Star cards, they can also come out in the playoff cards, and we'll get to those at the end. But, you know, it's just really, it's a great set. I just wanted to share it with you guys. I've shared it before, but, you know, you got Walt Frazier, you got Jerry West, you got Billy Cunningham, you got all the All-Stars here. You know, and you've got the East. You can see the East are in yellow, and the West are in green. So you see them, the yellow are the East teams, and the West are in the green. So you've got Connie Hawkins, you got Willis Reed, you got John Havlicek, Elgin Baylor, you got the Big O, Oscar Robertson. So you just got a lot of Hall of Famers here. And the backs of these cards, as you can see, and I'll show you better here, it has them doing actual shots, plays. So it has them, you know, Frazier drives in from the corner. So one of the few times, or I think the first time, that they literally had actual pictures of the players in the game, you know, for back in those days. And you can see the crowd in the background and stuff like that. And here it is on the other ones. Going up for rebounds. You can see Oscar Robertson dribbles through his rugged defense. You got Nate Thurman, a dunk. You got Willis Reed. So some nice shots on the back of the cards. And again, you got more All-Stars. You got Lou Hudson there. And there's Rick Adelman. So you got some coaches and stuff, and next one over here is number 120, which is Walt Frazier, one of the greatest New York Knicks ever. So Walt graded a 4.5. Give you guys a good look at Walt Frazier. Another one of the great players of the era. So moving on, the set, you got, again, another coach, Matty Gukas. Got Dave Bing. You got a lot of, again, great players. And the next one here, number 123, is the biggest card in the set. And that is the Pistol Pete Maravich. And mine was pretty sharp, but just off-center, so graded a 5 because of off-centering. But Pistol Pete, the biggest rookie card in this set. Give you guys a good look at the Pete Maravich card. Great card of Pete. Probably the best shooter ever, except maybe for Curry, I guess, at this point. Probably has surpassed him. But remember, Pistol Pete didn't have three-point line back in the day. And if you ever, check his stats, this guy was not just an incredible player. He was the best college player ever, in my opinion. And we'll go ahead and take a look at some of the stats there. Check that out. Pete's coach was his father. And look at the average. As a freshman, he averaged 43.6 points a game. Sophomore, 43.8, 44.2, and 44.5 his senior year. Just continued to improve. Ended up with 3,600 points and 44-point average. And you can see the most prolific scorer in the history of college basketball. Pete broke the record for most points scored in a career. He broke Oscar Robertson's. So, Pistol Pete, the best college basketball player ever, and probably, one of the best, I would say, next to Curry, second best shooter, pure shooter. And he was a great passer and all that, but he was just an incredible player. So moving on, we've got some more of the guys in the set. You got Connie Hawkins, again, another great player. You've got Walt Hazard, the Dave DeBusschere card, and Dave DeBusschere was a tough guy for the Knicks, great player. Calvin Murphy, one of the greatest guards. So this again is the second series of the 1970-71 basketball set. And continuing on, Billy Cunningham, JoJo White. So some great players in this thing. And like I said, one of the cards that is unique to the set, the only card that doesn't have the background, is the Lee Winfield. And check it out. For some reason, they did not color the background, and he's really the only one kind of doing an action shot, which is the only card in this set that looks like this, with the court, the actual court, and you could see him, kind of doing a shot there. All the other cards in the set are color. Oops, there goes the Lee Winfield there. So I've had this set for a long time. Go back in there. All right. So the rest, got the rest of the guys over here. Hal Greer, again, another great player. And then the other big star here is Jerry West. How could you forget Jerry West? The logo man himself. This guy was incredible, and he's still considered one of the best players ever. Again, what he's done for the Lakers is just, history. So Jerry West, in the NBA, he is literally the logo of the NBA. Great player. This one graded in a 5. And you can see the back of Jerry West. 20,000 points. One of the greatest players ever in the history of basketball. Moving on to the end of the set. we have the actual games where they had the playoff games. The NBA championship is what they had here. So you've got the whole series of the championship. Game 1, you can see game 1. And it's got actual photos of the game. This is Willis Reed. So each one is a different player. The one who really dominated the game. This is Dick Garnett. This is Dave DeBusschere. Jerry West. Here's Jerry West in action over here. Let me get you a good look at these guys. So you can see these action shots. Jerry West, Dave DeBusschere. You've got Bill Bradley over here. You got Wilt over here. Wilt looked like he got hit there. So you got Wilt Chamberlain there. Give a good look at that Wilt card. So great action shots that really you didn't see these before in basketball. You know, they did have some in this 61 Fleer where they had a few action shots there with Wilt and stuff. But you know, this is the whole kind of like the championship game. You know, and at the end, the Knicks win it, and the Knicks celebrate. So that's the World Champs card. So that is the complete set of the 1970-71 basketball Tall Boys. And just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, guys. Go ahead and put these guys right back out here so we can get a better look at these. But let me know what you guys think. You like this set? Do you not like this set? Is it the cards are too big? Sometimes people don't like them because they're just too big cards. Or, you know, do you like it? It's one of my favorites. And I just love it. It's a colorful set, and just you know, it's a historic set because it's got a lot of new things that they had never done in the basketball series. You know, like the league leaders and the World Series. I mean, the playoffs and series and stuff like that. So, thanks for watching, guys. This is Orlando from A Collector's Dream. Have an awesome, awesome day, and I'll catch you on the next one.